Welcome children. In the last video, we started with the discussion of selection statements in Python, in which you learned about simple if statement and how to use it in different programs. In this video, you will be learning some variations of if statement, that is multiple if statement and if else statements. So let us start. Multiple if statement is nothing but using if statement multiple times in a single program. Okay, so if such a situation is there, or if you are using if statement multiple times in a single program, then in that case how the things happen, all the if statements get executed one after the other. So if there are three if statements, then all the three if statements will get executed, means their condition will be checked, and if the condition is true, then its respective body will be executed, and if it is not true, then the body will not be executed. Now look at the syntax of this multiple if statement. Here you can see I have written if and then conditional statement, and then if this condition will be true, then the body is written. But notice that here the space is left, which is called indentation. Okay, so the indentation of if is different from the indentation of its body. Clear? In the same way, you can see that once this if statement is over, I have written another if statement. In this also you can see if conditional expression, then colon, and then body. Then third if statement, if conditional expression and statements, means its body. So how will the execution take place? First of all, this condition will be checked. If it is true, this statement will be executed. If it is not true, then nothing will happen. You will simply come to this point. Then this condition will be checked. If it is found to be true, these statement will be executed. If false, you will come to this statement. Then again a conditional expression is specified here. If it is true, then this statement is executed, and if it is not, then you simply come out of the if else statement. Multiple if statement. So you can have as many if statements as you want in your program as per the requirement of your code. Here you can see an example. Above you can see it is a program code, and these are the three output screens of this code. Now see, in this, input of an integer has been taken from user. Now they are checking if x modulus 2 double equal 0, matlab if x is divisible by 2 completely, then it will print the statement divisible by 2. Then it will check if x is divisible by 3. Then if it is, then it will print this statement, otherwise nothing will happen. You will come to this. Then x will be checked against divisible by 5. If it will be true, then this will be printed, and if it is not found to be true, then it will be simply coming to this place and not printing anything. Okay, so let us see the output screens here. In the first case, see, I have given the input as 12. So if the input is 12, first it will check this condition. 12 divided by 2 will give 0, therefore divisible by 2 is printed. 12 is divisible by 2. 12 is also divisible by 3. Yes, so it is divisible by 3. This has also come in the output. But 12 is not divisible by 5. So divisible by 5 will not be displayed. Okay, so simply you can see here, no matter what the value of x is, all the three if statements are getting executed for it. Next you can see I have given the input as 15. 15 is divisible by 2? No. It is divisible by 3, it is divisible by 5. So see, divisible by 3, divisible by 5. Then next input is 30. Now 30 is divisible by 2 also, 30 also, and 5 also. So see, all the three lines are coming in the output. Clear? So this is how your multiple if statement gets executed. Make sure that you use it in the program whenever required. Okay, so most of the times this work can be done using if else if statement also, but sometimes this multiple if statement proves to be more fruitful. Next is if else statement. Now this statement is introducing you to a new part of if statement, and that is else. In this case, if the specified condition is true, then you execute these set of statements. That if it is found to be false, then you come to the else part of this if and then execute these set of statements. So here you have a choice depending upon the result of this condition. If it is true, you will execute this. If it is false, you will execute this. Okay, in none of the case, both will be executed. Now, here you can see that else is optional. Means, if you want, then you can skip else, like we did in case of simple if statement. We did not write any else. Lekin, if you want that else is there but if should not be there, then this is not possible. Okay, that is what is written here. Else is optional, but if else is optional with if, but else cannot exist without if. Now see a flowchart here. You can see this is the condition. Here you specify the condition, and this condition will either be true or false. If it is true, you have to go on this way and execute all the statements that come in this way. Okay, and then you have to simply come out of this if statement. But if this condition is found to be false, you will come in on this way. Okay, false way, and the statements that you find here will be executed and you will come to this point. Means ultimately आपको यहीं पहुंचना है, but you will either come through this way or through this way. Okay, so it all depends upon this condition that you have specified here. Now some examples. See, first of all, I have taken input of a number from user. Okay, you can see a number of integer has been input. If this x is x modulus 2 will be equal to 0, we will say it is divisible by 2, otherwise not divisible by 2. So suppose these are the output screen. Okay, now suppose if I gave the value of x as 21, so 21 modulus 2 will not be equal to 0, remainder is not going to be 0, so answer will be not divisible by 2. See, because this condition was false, so you came to the else part. Okay, and this got printed. But in the second example, you can see I gave the input as 24. So 24 modulus 2 double equals 0 is true. So if this condition is true, then this statement will be executed and you will not come to the else part. Okay, so divisible by 2 is printed. So either this portion is getting executed or this portion is getting executed. दोनों part कभी execute नहीं होंगे. Now, one more thing, you can see that if as well as else, both are compound statements. You can see this, a compound statement has header and body. Header line starts with a keyword and ends with a colon. Okay, and then it has an indented body. In the same way, else is also starting with a keyword, else is a keyword, then colon से end हो रहा है, and then you can see it has an indented body. So both of these statements, if as well as else, are compound statements. Let us see certain programs. Write a program to input age of a person from user and check whether he is eligible to vote or not. Now you know that a person is eligible to vote only if he is greater than or equal to 18 years of age. So first of all, I took input of age from user and checked if age greater than equal to 18, then eligible to vote, else not eligible to vote. Okay, so you can see two output screens here. In the first case, I gave the input as 23 for age. So 23 is greater than equal to 18. Condition is true. So you will enter if body, and if body says eligible to vote, so this will be printed. Okay. In the next case, I am giving the input as 12. So 12 is not greater than equal to 18. So condition of if is false. So you will come to the else part, and when you come to the else part, not eligible to vote will be printed. Okay. So you can see the output screens. Next is input a character from user and check whether it is digit or not. Now you have already learned how to make conditions in your data handling chapter, and you know that in order to check whether a character is a digit or not, it should lie within the range 0 to 9. Okay. So see what I have done here. I have taken input of a character from user. It will be input in the form of a string only. And then I am checking whether ch is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 9 or not. If it is lying within this range, then it is a digit. Otherwise, it is not a digit. Right? So make one thing to notice here is that this 0 and 9 both are written within single quotes, because 0 to 9 are the characters and ch is also a character. If you write here 0 directly, it will give you error, because you can't compare a string with integer. Okay, this will give error. So make sure you notice this point. And then see, two output screens are there. In the first case, I have entered 5. So this 5 will be accepted in the form of a string because of this input function. आपको मालूम है कि input function हर input को string के form में लेता है. Now if will be checked whether it lies between 0 and 9 or not. Yes, it does. So it gives the output as it is digit. And if the input given is A, see, I have given the input as A. So A is the input. It is not lying within this range. So you come to the else part and you write this statement. So see, either the else statement is getting executed or if statement is getting executed. किसी भी input में दोनों execute नहीं हो रहे हैं. So this is the use of if else statement, and when to apply it will depend upon the requirement of your question. Like in this case, it was applicable, but whether it is applicable in other programs or not, this you will have to judge on the basis of the working that is required. Okay. So with this, I finish this lecture. I hope you must have understood multiple if statement and if else statement. If you have any confusion, you can write it in the comment section. Thank you so much.